Yo, what's good everyone? OJ here and welcome to another video. Today we've got some interesting topics for you guys, so let's go ahead and get right into it. And we're starting off with another rumor of more Nintendo Directs coming, and this one is interesting because there's been a lot of talk about two potential Nintendo Directs coming in November or around that time frame. One of them being centered around Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch, and another being just like a normal or different style of Nintendo Direct. So let's go ahead and break down kind of where this came from and everything like that. So shout outs to Spooky Pandy, not Spooky Panda. I kind of messed that up last time, so shout outs to them on Twitter. They had some information that they released. There seems to be some Super Smash Bros. Information or direct or something coming on the week of November 5th through the 9th. So maybe there's something coming down around that time. And then there's also some other information saying that there could be like another Nintendo Direct or something kind of different. So I'm not sure what to believe at this point, guys, but this wouldn't be out of the question for Nintendo to do Nintendo Directs. Nintendo does do Nintendo Directs. They spaced them out around 3-4 months or so. The last one that we got was in September, so October, November, couple months. Okay, makes sense that we could see something. Now, the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Bundle does drop November 2nd or early November as well. Now, the game won't be playable at that point. You have to wait, even though you get a download code for the game. You have to wait till December, but at the same time, it's still dropping around that time frame. So maybe Nintendo does say, hey, let's go in and show off more information about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, if you remember all the way back in 2014, so 4 years ago at this point, Nintendo did do multiple different types of presentations. We've already seen that with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate already, right? We saw what they did with E3, how they had a big segment just kind of dedicated to Smash Brothers, and then they had another Smash Brothers Direct in August as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw more information kind of detailing any more single player modes. People have been talking about the whole rumored Spirits mode, and if it's a single player type of campaign. That's pretty much the question I get almost on every single stream. I think there's even people who ask me that question again, and I answer it like, hey, I think it could be some type of single player, so maybe they detail that. And people kind of want something similar to Subspace Emissary, even though I don't really like Subspace Emissary that much. There are people who like that type of single player content because they don't play Smash Brothers as competitively or as seriously as some people here in the village do. So it's very understandable if Sakurai and crew do put in something like that. However, there's one thing I'd like to see. If Nintendo does decide on doing a Super Smash Brothers Direct, I would like to see the online detailed and what they're going to do with that, because it's great to have a single player mode, but once you're done with that, you're done with that. The real battle with Super Smash Brothers, to me, where it really builds replay value, is playing online with your friends, playing online in For Glory or For Fun or whatever the heck that you want to do. You got to make sure that you have some modes with the online that back up how solid the gameplay is, and I want to see how they handle the online, because while I love Super Smash Brothers for Wii U, it's my favorite Smash Brothers game. The online in that game is not very good when wanting to play with friends, so I want to see what they do, because they have like a little message thing and like an online widget on the side, so it does seem like they've made some major improvements to the online, and I think they would have to, because if you look at Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, that game was heavily integrated with Miiverse when talking with friends and things like that, the gamepad for voice chat. So I mean, it was one of those things to where it wasn't really handled that great. There was a lot of Nintendo first party games that weren't handled that great because you had to kind of go into Miiverse to send a message or go back out. There was just weird things, gamepad only for voice chat, only in certain lobbies. So we'll see what they do with all of that. For me, I'm just excited to see that we'll be able to receive messages and send messages, send invites to hop into games and all of that without having to go to certain sections of the Wii U menu like you did with Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. You can only go into the For Glory menu to go into your friends list on your Wii U gamepad. So it was just a little bit of a mess. Now, once you actually got in and started playing, and if both people have good connections, because it is going to be like pretty much all fighting games out there, peer-to-peer connection on there, then it ran great and it was good. And if you're playing 4 players and a bunch of items and you have people with laggy connections, obviously you're not going to have a good experience. So there you go. And that's probably not going to be too much different outside of what we've already seen. 4 people with 4 different connections, some people using Wi-Fi. I'm not expecting that to be a seamless and perfect experience, but I am expecting the netcode to be improved, and I am expecting better ways to kind of connect to your friends and get into matches quicker without having to do all the hoops and hurdles that we saw sometimes in some situations with Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. Also being able to customize your match without going back and forth, letting other people pick items or not. I mean, that was just ridiculous, and how they handled that in the lobby. So more customization with the actual lobbies in the match when it comes to who can control it the whole time would be great. But I'd love to see them go more in depth into the online, also like a ranking mode. And I think it would be great if they implemented what Pokken Tournament has, because that has like a E1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you rank up that way, then you go to D and all of that. I think that's probably a good way to do it. That's kind of how the Tekken rankings are and what they've done before with that franchise. And of course Pokken, it makes sense, same developers, but Bandai Namco is also making this one as well. So if they implemented like the Pokken Tournament ranking system for 4 Glory, I'd be happy with that. We'll have to wait and see what they do. I'm not confident that they're going to do that, but it'd be great to have some type of real ranking system in Super Smash Bros. for 4 Glory. So what do you guys think about all of this information here when it comes to potential leaked rumors with Super Smash Bros., Nintendo Direct kind of going down? If you want to see everything that Spooky Pandy had to say on the matter, make sure you check out the link in the description below. Let me know your thoughts. All right, and moving into the most shocking news for the week. 82% of Starlink Battle for Atlas's sales were on the Nintendo Switch in the UK at retail. So no, that is not the most shocking news. Obviously, I'm just joking there, but there was a report out of GameIndustry.biz and they talked about a bunch of stuff, but I wanted to focus on this because I don't think it comes to anybody's surprise that Starlink Battle for Atlas is selling best, even if it's just the UK that we have for right now. It's selling best on the Nintendo Switch. It was pretty much advertised from the official Starlink channel with the Nintendo Switch logo on there. You have the extra Starfox content that you don't get on any other versions of the game, and pretty much it was promoted and kind of pushed as, hey, you want to buy this because we have Starfox in here. And I personally feel, because as someone who has wanted Starfox to evolve for a very long time, I don't like Starfox Zero. I know some people say, oh, well, once you get a hang of the controls, it's not about the controls, it's about the structure of the game. They still have those fake upgrades. They have no real XP or mods. Like, they don't have big open worlds to where you can kind of traverse through. It doesn't have the natural evolution that I've always wanted with Star Fox. Let's just skip the controls. The gameplay is still not where it needs to be, the game structure, in my opinion. And I feel that with Starlink Battle for Atlas, this is exactly what I wanted Star Fox to go to, with more of open world areas to where you have space dogfights, huge kind of terrains. That's exactly what I wanted to see. And you combine that with upgrades, with mods, being able to just kind of deck out your ship. That's what I wanted to see with Star Fox for years now at this point. And even if you look at Star Fox Zero, we haven't had anything new. I think that's also another reason why Starlink Battle for Atlas and just people are just kind of fiending for the Switch version of the game, is because we haven't had a new story with Star Fox in such a long time. Star Fox Zero, that is a retelling of the original Star Fox 64 with some added in things here or there. So when was the last time that we got a real new story from the Star Fox universe? I think that was Star Fox Assault, right? I mean, if you're not counting what they did and some of the stuff with Star Fox Adventures and all that stuff, so I guess that was new. And then Star Fox Assault came afterwards, but there really hasn't been much in more than a decade, because Nintendo didn't do anything on the Wii, and once again the Wii U, that is a retelling of the N64 game. Then before that there was really nothing. We had Star Fox 2, but there just hasn't really been much when it comes to Star Fox, and we've gotten nothing with a new story in HD with Nintendo's current systems. So it's just one of those things, so I'm really happy that this game and what they did with it and where they went, and the fact that they got Star Fox in here, and you can clearly see the passion that they put into the project in getting Wolf in there and getting Star Fox and the voice actors and the animation and just the gameplay and just how the R-Wings look and everything. Everything is in line, it's smooth, it looks good, and I'm really happy that Nintendo decided to go with them for this and they approved it. And I do think this can kind of pave the way, right? People have been talking about, well, will we see a Starlink 2 exclusive to the Switch? Will we see a Star Fox that's like this game? I think this could pave the way. It can set the template, the base for what we can see in a next Star Fox game if Ubisoft is given the helm. I think if Nintendo kind of linked up with Ubisoft and they said, hey, let's make an exclusive Star Fox game built off of the Snowdrop engine and go in with what they did, kind of build off of what they've done with Starlink Battle for Atlas, I think we can get a fantastic game, because Starlink Battle for Atlas has all of the really cool elements that you see with space games, right? It has all these really cool elements that Star Fox has never done before, that we haven't seen in a Star Fox game, but I'm pretty sure many other people felt this is a natural fit for the Starfox universe. So I think it can work as a good base and template. Get your mods in there, get your pilot abilities, but kind of go further than what Starlink Battle for Atlas did, right? Because that one you use Fox and then you can kind of call in some of your teammates and everything, but be able in this new one, if they were to build it, to kind of have all the different characters that you can use and really go in depth and even more with the pilot abilities when you want to switch off, even co-op play in there. You can bring in someone else to use like Falco or Peppy or Slippy. I think that would be awesome. Center around a brand new story, and I think that this is really what it can lead to. I think this is the reason why people are excited about Starlink Battle for Atlas on the Nintendo Switch, is because of the Star Fox content. So for me, it's one of those things to where I was excited about the game even before we found out that it was Star Fox, but obviously having Star Fox in this game was a big boost to sales, was a big boost to just really the reputation of the game and people playing it, just because without the Star Fox stuff, I'm not sure if as many people would be interested as much as they are with this game on the Switch. Now, Game Industry Biz did give a breakdown: 82% on the Switch, 10% on the PlayStation 4, and 9% on the Xbox One. What do you guys think about all the different topics that we discussed here? From Starlink Battle for Atlas sales, remember this was just the UK retail. We didn't get any numbers because it's the UK retail, so they don't give us any numbers at this point. I'm pretty sure there's probably similar numbers with the percentages in the rest of the world, but what do you guys think about this? Let me know about that. In addition to the rumored directs, do you think it's going down? What's your thoughts on that? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section below. All right, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future, and subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you, Ninja, for the next video. Peace.